I thought I'd run through a list of things that I think need to change to improve teaching, to reduce the amount of teachers leaving the profession, but also improve recruitment. And I'm doing it as a countdown to what I think is the most important thing that needs to change. In at 9, I've gone pay. Now, I know pay is important, but I don't think it's the main reason why so many teachers are leaving teaching. I think what annoys teachers more than anything is when the pay increase ends up coming out of existing school budgets. It has to be fully funded, otherwise you are just expecting teachers to do more with less. In at 8, I've gone parents. Now, I know the vast majority of parents are so supportive, on the exact same page as teachers, know we're human and know we are trying our best in a failing system. But there seems to be a growing number of parents who are wanting to be abusive, who are not keeping up their end of the bargain as far as supporting, and ultimately you can't out teach bad parenting. At 7, flexible working. Now, the biggest demographic of teachers leaving the profession, 30 to 39-year-old mums, because of the motherhood penalty, where they don't think they can be a good enough teacher and a present enough parent. So they either leave the job completely or they actually take a hit financially and go part-time to drop a day to be at home, but end up working the same amount of hours anyway. That needs to change. I think if we can get to a point where every teacher works 4 days in class, 1 day working from home, so you take your PPA time, leadership time from home, that is going to bring a lot more people into the profession. In at 6, workload. And we're talking actually reducing workload and not replacing it with any other faff. And it's calling out the faff. Like, why do some schools still expect teachers to follow ridiculous marking policies, wasting hours marking a book, knowing full well the pupil can't even read it? We all know the best form of feedback is oral verbal feedback. So just do that. Really promote these effective and efficient ways of working so teachers are not just wasting time. At 5, I put TAs, and that means having enough people, enough TAs, and paying them what they deserve. Next up, we've got Ofsted. Now, I know we need a level of accountability with the job we do, but you'll never convince me that Ofsted in its current form is a force for good in education, and it's clear with their announcements they are incapable of reforming themselves. So what I want to see is a level of accountability for Ofsted, so we can make sure they are fair, they are consistent, and we move away from this fear-driven obsession with the accountability, which is why workload is through the roof. At 3, I've got behaviour. And I think eventually that's going to overtake workload as the main reason why teachers are leaving the profession. Wherever I am in the country doing my training, behaviour management now is coming out as one of the top reasons causing teachers so much stress, worry, and we're seeing the stats back this up. And so we need that addressing. We need more accountability. It should not be acceptable that teachers are there to be abused in any way, shape or form, but it's almost in some places an accepted part of the job now, which is just ridiculous and needs to change. In it too, I've put smaller class sizes, because I genuinely think if we were to reduce the number of children in a single class so that you're not teaching 35, 40 students, then it'll probably have a positive knock-on impact to some of these other areas. And I think it'll just help you build better relationships, obviously reduce workload, and obviously give children the necessary support and focus that they deserve. The number one thing that needs to change, and the reason I put it at number one, because if it happens, it has a positive knock-on effect to all of these other things, is increasing the funding. We need more money coming into education, because if we had more funding, we'd be able to get more cover to give people flexible working options. If we had more funding, we'd be able to improve behaviour in our classes. We'd be able to have smaller class sizes. We'd be able to improve, pay TAs what they deserve. It all comes down, if I've not even mentioned on there, I've just realised the SEND crisis in schools and being able to provide the right provisions for some of our students. But again, all of that comes back to funding. So do you agree with this list? Do you agree with the order? Do let me know in the comments. Is there anything that I've missed that you think would significantly improve teaching if we were to change it? I'd love to hear your thoughts.